Now, we are starting with our revision. Does anyone remember what that symbol is called? We need to solve for that symbol as well as for y. Yes, theta. Thank you very much, Kwezikazi. Now, let us solve for Tanuloti got 95%. I'm sorry, I got distracted when I saw that. I'm so sorry. That is brilliant. That is beautiful. That is a beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. You are on the same level, okay? Your time is just coming. It's on its way. It'll be here soon. Okay, guys. Okay. Now let's shake it off. Let's shake the excitement off. Ouch. Shake the excitement off. How are we going to work out theta and y? Does anyone have an idea? Anyone have an idea for us? We need to work out theta and y. Anybody? There we go. Yes, Ntavi saying?
Ma'am, don't you first want to like to make it for me easily, like I'm just gonna like add everything else together and stuff. So basically,
Have you
so
worked it out?
it's basically gonna be -40 plus 10, which is going to be -40 plus 10. Which is
Okay.
gonna be -30.
Okay, that is not how we have to work it out. Let's see if Sanele has an idea. Yes, Sanele? Ooh, Sanele's connection is doing the things. Not the right ones. Kwezi?
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
So basically, I would take 20, I don't know how to pronounce it. Oh, theta minus 40 degrees. Thank you, ma'am.
Theta in the, it's fine, guys, it's fine. It's right, okay, 2 theta.
Equals to 0 theta plus 10 degrees.
Yes, 10.
I mean, forgot the minus 40 degrees.
There we go. Okay, and what's my reason?
Alt angles
Yay.
equal CP is parallel to PR.
You even gave me my parallel lines. I love it. Okay, let's go.
And then I said 180 degrees.
180. Let's solve for theta. Remember, theta is like an x. So it's basically like saying 2x minus 40 equals x plus 10. What would you do if this was an x?
Wouldn't you take the 0 theta across?
Yes.
Make it negative.
Theta minus theta equals
10 degrees plus 40 degrees.
There you go. Okay, what's 2 thetas minus a single theta?
Is it not 1, ma'am?
1 theta, right? If you have 2 of them and you subtract 1, you have 1 theta. Abu is insisting on calling it Peter. Yeah, equals 50 degrees. Nice. Nice, nice, nicely done. I love it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Abu, it's not Peter. You're making us hungry. Yes, Palisa.
I have a question. What is theta?
It's a symbol, it's a Greek letter for O.
Oh, okay.
That's alpha, there's beta, there's
Okay, thank you.
theta. You're welcome. Beta. It's a symbol, guys. It's like, we substitute variables if we don't know the value. So instead of saying, let's like maybe 2x minus 4, you can say 2 alpha plus 3 or 4 theta. Okay, so usually we use Greek letters when we are working out angles or when we have unknown angles. So if you're planning on taking mathematics next year, you're going to see it much more often. Okay. So if you're planning on taking mathematics, just know you're definitely going to be seeing thetas and alphas and betas and omegas. I'm kidding. But you guys get what I mean. So we have theta. Now, how are we going to work out y, guys? Anyway, let me first substitute this theta. What do you guys think? I'm going to first substitute. So this angle is going to be 2 times 50 plus 40. And how much is that going to be? Yes, Palesa.
Ma'am, I can try find y with you.
Oh, okay. Let me just write this. 50. All right, this is y.
So, ma'am, we can say y plus theta plus 10 degrees equals to 2 theta plus 40 degrees.
Nice.
Interior and triangle.
Exterior angle of triangle. Okay. Now let's substitute because we know how much theta is.
Yes, ma'am. We're going to say y plus 50 degrees equals 2 open brackets, 50 close brackets plus 40 degrees.
Okay.
Then I'm going to say y plus 50 degrees plus 10 degrees equals this 2 times 50 is 100. Oh, yes, ma'am. It's 100 plus 40.
Okay.
And then, ma'am, we're going to say y equals 100 minus 60 plus 40. Therefore, y equals to 80 degrees.
Nice. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Much. Thank you very much. That was beautifully done. Okay. Are we with me, guys? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Is everybody with me? Let's get a nice thumbs up, thumbs down. Yes, Palisa? Oh, never mind. I'm guessing that was supposed to be a thumbs up. So we use the exterior angle of a triangle to find y. Nice. Tammy, you're so quiet lately. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. Okay, let's move on. Right, now I want us to find the angle y. Okay, but there is a piece of information missing here that's going to help you with that. This shape is a parallelogram. Now, there's a reason I have to tell you this information. Yes, Mvuso. Oh, I just lowered your hand by mistake. Oh, you're not connected to sound. That's why. You probably can't hear me. Okay, so this is a parallelogram. And we have to find y. Y is this whole angle over here. So what do you guys think we're going to do to find y? Does anyone have an idea? Something you want to try? Suggestion? Anything, guys? What do you think? Okay. Alternate angle 75. Narisha, that's why I had to tell you it's a parallelogram. So do you first want to draw this, that. Okay. Okay, Tabang says exterior angle. That's a good idea. Nice, Abu. So Abu, which one is equal to 75 degrees? Which angle? D1. Thank you very much. So Abu has given us our first clue that's going to help us get there. D1, angle D1 is equal to 75 degrees because they are alternate angles because this is a parallelogram. Okay, and our parallel lines that we're using is ED and BC. Okay, so we know this is 75. Now we can use, whose idea was it? Tsapang's idea of exterior angles of a triangle. How can we use it? Give me the equation in the chat. Please give me the equation in the chat. It's here. There we go. 75 plus 48 equals y because it's the exterior angle of the triangle. Therefore, y is how much? It's all right. Welcome, welcome. Therefore, y is how much? What's 75 plus 48? I should probably bring a calculator to the lesson as well. 123. Nice. Okay, Mboso is still not connected to sound. Okay. Thumbs up, thumbs down with that one. Are we good? Thumbs up. Okay. Let's move. Today's revision. Okay, FGHJ is a square. Okay, and we want to find out all of these: angle F, angle G, X, Y, and the side JH. So how are we going to do this one? Sinesihle, hi Sinesihle. You may unmute. Okay. Let's hear how are we going to do this one. What do we know about a square? Let's start there. Oh, Abu has gone straight to the sides. Thank you very much, Abu. We know that the sides are equal. Therefore, 5y plus 215y, excuse me, plus 2 will be equal to 11y plus 10. And Abu has given us a nice reason there in the chat. Adjacent sides of a square. Yes, Sinesile?
So, ma'am, I will say 15y minus 11y is equal to 10 minus 2.
It's 2, yes.
So 15y minus 11y is 4y equals to 8. And y is 2, ma'am.
There we go. So we're going to divide by 4. Therefore, my y is 2. Thank you very much, Sinesile. Okay, Tammy has told us a nice piece of information that we need. Very important. All interior angles are equal to 90 degrees. Therefore, angle F is how big? Angle F is 90. And the whole of angle G is still 90 because it's an interior angle. So how are we going to find X? There we go, Abu. 3X has to equal 90, right? And then you divide by 3. Therefore, X is 30 degrees. Okay, so we have X, which is 30. We have Y, which is 2. And how are we going to find JH? Ropa Fadzo, please raise your hand so we can help you. There we go. Thanks, Abu. So we know that JH is 11Y plus 10, but we know that Y is 2. We just worked it out. So we're going to say 11 times 2 plus 10. Maybe I should say JH equals, which is equal to 22 plus 10. Therefore, JH is 32. Ropa Fadzo, are you there? There we go. Hello.
Hi, ma'am.
Where did I lose you?
How is Y2
Okay, look
but
here.
Y, ma'am?
So do you agree that the sides of a square are equal?
Yes, ma'am.
That means this side, which is 11y, 15y plus 2, is equal to this side, which is 11y plus 10. Do you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's what we're. And then we solved for y. So I took 11y over the over that one. Okay, I'm gonna mute you just so hopefully you'll be listening. Okay. And then 11y becomes negative because it went over the equal sign. 2 also becomes negative. Then we're left with 4y is equal to 8. So to get rid of that 4, I divide by 4 on both sides. And that's how we end up with y equals 2. Okay. I hope I've helped you. I know, it's the little babies barking, but I love dogs, guys. Okay, I hope I've helped you, Ropa. So let me know in the chat. Let me know. All right, now. Doesn't seem like anyone else is stuck, so I think we can move on. Okay, so now I want the value of C. Now this is some sort of shape. We have no idea what it is, but we do know one property about the shape. Which property are we going to use to solve this? Thank you. Yes, Abu. So which property are we going to use? Thanks, Tebang. The interior angles of a quad equal and angles around a point. Thanks, Sanele. So we know that the interior angles of this quad have to add up to 360 degrees, and we want C, but we're missing this angle over here. Let me give it a name rather. I'm going to call it X. So we first need X before we can find C. Do you see? Okay, yes, Sinesile.
So, ma'am, to find X, right, you're going to say 360 minus 267.
And that is?
93 degrees.
Okay, X is 93. Okay, my reason?
It will be angles around the point.
There we go. Angles around the point. Okay, now we have X. Can we find C?
Ma'am, so with C, right? Would we not add 63 and 59 together to get C?
Okay, so we can say the 93 that we just found plus the 63 plus the 59 plus the X, they have to add up to what?
360. 60.
There we go, because they're interior angles of a quad.
Yes, ma'am.
There. Now what?
Then we're going to say 360
Hmm.
minus, just calculating.
Okay.
360 minus 215.
5. Okay. Therefore, x is
145.
145. Beautiful.
Ma'am.
I love it. And then it's so dark. You guys don't love me. Nobody told me I looked so dark. Okay. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Let's move on. We're not even halfway through our lesson. I like it. Why are we finding x again? Because Narisha. Oh, let's see. And me, I'm busy writing x plus c. X was the first one that I made up, that one. X is 93, so x can't also be 145 if it's 93. Whew. Thank you very much. Okay, thumbs up, thumbs down. Are we good? Ooh, Sai's like, woof, I'm lost, very lost. Where have we lost you, Sai? Remember, this is a quad, right? And we know that the interior angles of a quad add up to 360 degrees. So we wanted C, but in order to get C, you need X. Okay. So we find X by using angles around a point and the 267. So X is over here. Okay. Nice. I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. Okay. Ooh, now let's have an interesting one. Let's have an interesting one before the brain break. Okay. The length of diagonal BD, which is this guy over here, in the square ABCD is equal to the length of the diagonal FH, which is this one over here, in rectangle EFGH. Calculate the value of X. X is over there. And the length of one side of the square. Okay. There we go. Nice. Already quiz is like, boom. Pythagoras. Nice, guys. Okay, so we're going to start in the rectangle, right? So will X be squared? What do you mean, Sai? So in the rectangle, GH squared plus FG squared. I just said G and then I wrote O. That should tell you the state of my mental health. Equals FH squared. Right? Because it's Pythagoras. High leg. Okay, we know that GH is 6 squared plus 8 squared equals FH squared. So FH squared will be 100. And if you square root both sides, therefore FH is 10. I know someone's going to say, ma'am, didn't you say when we introduce a square root, you have to do the plus minus? You do, but this is a length and you can't get a negative length, okay? So in case anyone was wondering, you can't get a negative length. Okay. Yes, I'm not sure if you were here, Abu, when we had that whole discussion about, let's say you have y squared equals 4, right? If you're going to square root on this side, you have to say it's plus or minus 2. So y will have two solutions, which is 2 or negative 2. Okay. But in this case, we can't do that because it is a length. So we don't have to have the negative thing. We can just say it is positive 10 because you can't have a negative length. Okay. So now we know that this was 10 centimeters, right? So then how long is BD? If FH is 10 centimeters, there we go. Thank you. So that means because they told us that BD is equal to FH, which is equal to 10, and that was given. Okay, so this is 10. All right, and we know this is a square. Yes, Sai, I am there. What's up? Oh, Ropafazo said, why is it the same? Because they said in the information is equal to the length of diagonal FH. Okay. So it was in am I lagging? Am I, oh, okay. Whew. All right. So now we know it's 10. So guys, in order to do Pythagoras, how many sides of the triangle do we need? How many sides do we need? We need 2, right? So now we have a problem here. We have a problem here. But what property can we use of a square that will help us do Pythagoras for this question? Which property can we use? We can't say we have 2 sides because this one has an x. Do you see the problem? We don't know how much the side is. Something about diagonal? No. There we go. The sides are equal. So then this side will also be what? If BC is the square root of 2x, then DC will also be. Oh, our brains are working so lovely. Thank you. Thank you, Abu. It will be root 2x. Okay, so then if I say BC squared plus DC squared equals BD squared, Pythag. I recommend you always start on the step. It is right, Abu. Okay. I always start on the step in case I substitute the wrong stuff. So if you substitute the wrong values, you'll still get a mark for saying BC squared plus DC squared, that whole story. Now BC squared is the square root of 2. The x is outside the square root, guys. Okay, it is not in the square root. And then this is square root 2 with the x outside squared as well, equals 10x, 10 squared, 10x. Okay, what is the square root of 2x squared? Oh, it's gonna shake now. Yeah, you do, Juanita, you do. It actually took me a while to realize that the square root is the x is not part of the square root. It's next to. It's not inside the square root. Yes, square root of 2 is just 2x squared plus another 2x squared. I know there might be people confused with this one, so I'm going to stop a bit and ask if anyone has a question. Yeah. Anyone have a question here about where I found those answers? No? Okay. What's 2x squared plus 2x squared, guys? There we go. Thanks for asking, Khulani. Let's check here. So we had the square root of 2. The x was outside and the squared on the outside. Okay. So this means you take the square root of 2x on the outside and you multiply it by another square root of 2x on the outside. So then let's start with the x's. Okay. X times x is just x. squared. Now let's deal with the square root of 2 squared. A square root and a square are inverse operations. Do you guys understand what that means? They're inverse, but they're the opposite of one another. So they cancel each other out. Because, let me show you guys something. If I have the square root of, no, let me not choose 4. It's going to be confusing because there's 2's everywhere. If I say the square root of 9 and I square it, let's start in the bracket. What's the square root of 9? What will the square root of 9 be? 3. Now square it. What's 3 squared? 9. So this guy on the inside of the square root is what's going to be left because these two operations cancel each other. They are opposites of one another. It's like saying times 2 and then you divide by 2. So you're doing the same thing but backwards. Okay. It's like saying plus 1 minus 1. Those are inverse operations. So they cancel each other out. Do we understand? So if in this case, and exponent laws, beautiful Abu. So if we look at this case over here, okay, we are square rooting something, but then we are squaring that something. So what's going to be left? Just the number inside. Do you see why? I hope my explanation was sufficient enough. The x is x squared because it was not in the square root. It was next to the square root 2. Okay. So the square roots and the square are inverse operations, so they cancel each other out. That is the short answer for, I don't remember who asked. Okay. But I hope I have answered your question. Okay. There we go. Right. So, okay, there we go. I hope you're happy with my answer. Okay, so you guys said this is 4x squared, and Abu has written the rest of it for me because we divide by 4, divide by 4. So then x squared will be 25. You square root. Therefore, x is 5. Next to each other because the sides are the same. What do you mean? Okay, Mvoso says, please repeat. Which part am I repeating? Is it the square root part or the working out that x is 5 part? Please just clarify and then I'll repeat for you gladly. Okay, so if we have x is 5, how much is a side? It will be the square root of 2. What do you mean when you said the square root is next to each other? I am very confused. I don't even remember what happened when I said that. Okay. You guys are saying that brain break is lonely. Almost, guys. Almost. I'm very happy with you guys today. You did progress. What's square root of 2 times 5, guys? Please check for me on your calculators quickly, and then we'll go to the brain break just now. I think, Juanita, what you heard me say is that the x is next to the square root. It's not on the inside. This is 7,07 centimeters. So what I meant was, it's not like this. If it was square root of 2x, that would be different than the square root of 2 times x. Okay, so I meant that the x was next to the square root of 2. It's not part of the square root of 2. Okay. Whew, that was a beautiful sum, and you guys have helped me solve it. Let me check in. Thumbs up, thumbs down. What do we think? It was a long one. This would actually be quite a few marks in a paper. If I put this in a test, which I'm actually getting ideas because I'm setting my November exams. Okay. It is, but guys, remember, the properties are very easy to just remember, right? Like you know them. You've done properties of shapes for a very long time and you know them. So we have to come up with ways to test them without it being boring and without it like challenging you guys. So if you get a question like this in a test, okay, you need to say, what do I know about these shapes? What can I use about what I know? Because if you look here, we use the equal sides, right? But we also use the 90-degree angles that we know. If they didn't say this is a square and they didn't say this is a rectangle, would we be able to do Pythagoras? No, because only squares and rectangles have 90-degree angles. So you guys need to ask yourself, if you get such a question in a test, what do I know about the shape and how can these properties help me solve this question? And you guys have actually done the whole question. You guys knew how to do it. Let's just calm down in a test, tell yourself, look, I know my work, I know my properties, and just go for it. Okay. Nice. Now let's go to the brain break. Do, 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 do. Yes, you have evolved. Okay, guys. Now, I need to know the value of these shapes. Okay. Going that way, we adding that way, the answers are on this side. And if you're adding going down, the answers are at the bottom. So what it means is circle plus triangle plus star is 16. Okay. And I can already see Abu says star is 5 because star plus star plus star plus star is 20. And if they're all the same, then it has to be 5. Wonderful. We have star. What's next? What's next? Let's see what we come up with. Hi, Bo. Oh, there we go. Circle is 3. I'm guessing we used this one that says star plus circle is 14. Because if the star is 5, that means these 3 have to equal 9. So then one of them is 3. Nice. Triangle is 4 because 3 plus 5 plus something give you 16. So if you minus 8 from the 16, you'll be left with 8. And then that means each triangle is a 4. Woo! Did you guys enjoy that one? I hope you did. Let's go to the next one. Okay, you guys have to tell me which one of these numbers fit in here and why. Which one fits in there and why? Shulani says 10. Can we have a reason why you guys say 10? Reason? Jason says counting in 6s. No. Because we're counting in 2s, guys. Look here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Damn, damn, damn. We're counting in 2s.
It
Okay.
actually does make sense though, counting in 6s, like not counting in 6s, but adding 6 going across. If you look at the rows, am I crazy?
So from 4 to 10, yes, that is true.
There we go.
That is true. Okay, here's another one. Damn, damn, damn. What fits here and why? Oratil is like easy stuff. Guys, when I break your brains, you complain. Now I'm giving your brains a break. Why is it 8? Oh, Mvuso says 11. Me, I already wrote 8. Which one is it, guys? It was that easy. Juanita's right. It's just even numbers. It's just even numbers, guys. That's all. Now, here's the last of our brain break. You guys need to find the path that adds up to 23. You cannot go diagonally. You either go left, right, up, or down. So we're going to start from that 2, and whatever path you take has to add up to 23. And let's go for it. Maybe I should make this picture a little bit bigger for you guys. Ooh, there we go. Let's see what you guys have for me. So I was like, yeah, I got it right. And right after, like 1 second later, like, no. Come on, guys. Anybody? Anyone? Maths is not maths. You're just adding. So you must just pray you add correctly. Which one is the first one? If someone thinks the third one, guys, I'm so confused. Which one is third? Kwezi has found it. Okay, let's hear Kwezi. Do you want to unmute and tell me where I'm going? Guys, what are we saying? Third one horizontally, that one. You know you can go up and down, guys, right? Tinyeko?
Ma'am,
Hmm?
ma'am, so from the 2 we go right to 3,
Okay.
then to the 1,
Hmm.
then up to both 2s,
Okay.
then to the 4,
Okay.
to the 3,
Okay.
to the 2,
Hmm.
then up to the 2 again,
Mm-hmm.
then the 1, and then the last one.
Okay, let's see if that is 23. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. You found the path, then you go beautiful. Well done. Well done. Woo! Did you guys like today's brain breaks? I gave you more than one. Did you like today's brain breaks, guys? Yes, the path, guys, the path. Oh, I just highlighted everything all at once. Brain was breaking. But anyways, let's get back to it. Okay. Let's get back to this guy. Before, don't even look at this one because I know you guys are going to complain. We're getting there though. Let's look at this one. It was hectic. Ooh, okay, in triangle ABD, which is a big triangle, AC is perpendicular to BD. AB is 15, BC is 9, EC is X. So all of that information in the first sentence has been drawn on the sketch, okay? And then it says AE is 3 times EC. So if EC is X, how long is AE? If EC is X, how long is AE? Yes. Whew. Okay, Abu says CD is 9. That would be, no, we don't know that. We don't know if it bisects BD. Look carefully, guys. if EC is X, which we've written there, how long is AE? Aropafatso, you're close. You're close, but not quite. Before we use Pythagoras, we need to know how long AE is. We're not reading, guys. They said AE is 3 times EC. What does that mean? There we go. X times 3 or 3x. We need to know that information before we can do Pythagoras. Okay, so now, as Abu suggested, we do Pythagoras to find AC, the big triangle. Okay, so then in the big triangle, AC squared plus BC squared will give us AB squared. Right? AC, how long is AC squared? Now we filled in X and 3X, but how long is the whole of AC? Let's hear if we know. If AE is 3X, Abu, I caught you out. Is AC 3X, the whole AC? Yeah, we need to read, guys. Nice, Abu and Tammy. AC is 4x because it is this whole line. Why did I use a black color? Because you can't even see it. Okay, AC is this whole line, which means it's 3x plus x. Okay, so AC is 3x plus x, which is 4x. Nice. So then 4x squared plus BC, which is 9 squared, equals 15. That's true, Rapavatso, but we're talking about sides, not angles. Do you see the difference? So we use the 90 degrees. If we were talking about angles, then yes, but now we're talking about the length of sides. Okay, so 4x squared is equal to 16x squared plus 81 equals, what's 15 squared? Is it 225? There we go. So then 16x squared equals 225 minus 81, which is how much? $144, thank you. And we're solving for x, right? So what do I do next? What do I do next? We can't square root. We still have, there we go. Divide by 16. Okay, if you divide by 16, you're going to get x squared equals 9. Why are we not going to do the plus minus? Because it's a length. Okay, it's still a length of a shape. Therefore, x is just 3. But they didn't ask for x. They asked for the length of AE. So what am I going to do with this 3? What am I going to do with this 3? There we go. We said AE is 3 times x. So it'll be 3 times 3, which is 9. Beautiful. Yes, Rapavazo. And then calculate the length of BE. Where's BE? Let's check. BE is the hypotenuse of the small triangle. Okay. So now we know that x is 3. Thank you, Abu. We know that x is 3. Okay, well, we already wrote it. So what can we use to find BE? Yo, it feels like we are tired. There we go. Pythagoras. So 3 squared plus 9 squared will be BE squared. So then BE will be 9 plus 81, which is 90. Therefore, BE is the square root of 90. And please find that for me to 2 decimal places on your calculator. So it's 9,49. Woo! What a sum. How are we feeling? Thumbs up, thumbs down. I was gonna make your brains explode, but we don't have enough time. Nice, guys. Please do the poll before you leave. Time did save you. This is what was in store, in case you're curious. Bye, guys. That was fabulous. Please look at that. That's what was, if anyone feels like they want to try it, this is what was on its way. You can take a screenshot if you want to try it, and then tell me the next lesson if you've tried it. All right, dealers, like, oh